Here's what's happening now. We've got sunshine outside, but as temperatures hit near 60, the winds pick it up too. We'll tell you if this continues to tomorrow. Steve?
There is no clear answer in the current debate over guns, but one company has a suggestion to protect children until we find an answer.
Meantime, lawmakers are reacting to the mass shooting at Stoneman Douglas High School that triggered an outcry for accountability and reform.
We shouldn't be banning guns for law-abiding citizens.
Are they making progress on preventative legislation?
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Topping our news at 4, it is a gorgeous day out there with the sun shining bright. Take a live look at conditions in Romulus, Detroit, and Mount Clemens. Ben is here, and he was a pretty smart man. He's out on the weather patio enjoying the sunshine. Oh, it's so beautiful out there, Ben.
It is, Karen, but you know what? The only mistake I made was getting in the shade, because with the winds that we've got out here, even though we're pushing 60 degrees, still a little bit on the cool side in some spots. Let's take a look at those temperatures. We have now hit 60 at Metro, but look at those winds. They're out of the southwest at 23. We've had gusts that have been over 30 miles an hour at times. So let's take a little bit of a bite out of what has already been a very spring-like day as we finish out the month of February. This is as warm as it gets. Temperatures will be cooling as we get into the forecast, so we've got rain and snow to discuss, and we'll look at that coming up here in just a few minutes. Karen.
All right, Ben, we are following breaking news out of West Bloomfield at this hour. A boil water advisory has been put in effect due to a water pressure issue. It started just a moment ago at 4 o'clock. The advisory concerns residents and businesses in the areas east of Hiller and north of Greer roads. The impacted subdivisions are both Wellington Woods subdivisions, Wellington Meadows, and Woodlands of West Bloomfield. The advisory could last for at least 3 days. Head to clickondetroit.com for a list of schools closed as a result. Also breaking at this hour, Politico is reporting presidential son-in-law and advisor Jared Kushner has had his security clearance downgraded, a move that will prevent him from viewing sensitive documents. Kushner is not alone. All White House aides working on the highest level interim clearances were informed in a memo sent Friday that their clearances would be downgraded. Vice President Mike Pence will be back in Michigan this week. He will be featured as in an America First Policies tax reform event on Friday in Detroit. The group is a nonprofit working to support things like the recent federal tax plan and the repeal of Obamacare. The event takes place at the Book Cadillac Hotel at 4:30 p.m. Macomb County Clerk Karen Spranger is in federal court for a hearing in her lawsuit against the county before Judge George Stay. She is expected to argue that he should recuse himself. 20 years ago, he was a Macomb County judge, and her lawsuit is alleging a conspiracy led by various Macomb County actors. So far, Spranger has lost all of her lower court battles since taking office on January 1st. Jason Colthorpe is working this story and will have an update for us live at 5. St. Clair Shores police searching for a suspect wanted for shooting a car with a BB gun twice. The incident occurred in St. Clair Shores, where a woman had 2 windows shot out while she was driving. She called police, and they determined that it was from a BB gun. Police say they have had a few other similar instances recently, but are unsure if they're connected. Nearly 2 weeks after the shooting that claimed 17 lives in Florida, threats at schools here in Metro Detroit are continuing. Today, the Wayne Westland School District closed all of its schools because of a series of threats. Unlike many past threats that came in the form of phone calls or emails, police and school officials say these threats came from social media accounts. Meantime, today's report is the latest in a series of incidents at local schools. Last week, a South Lyon High School student was charged with making threats. Garden City High School was locked down after a bullet was found at the school. A similar report led to a lockdown at Berkeley High School. A Melvindale High School student was arrested for making a threat, and an unfounded rumor of a gun led to a soft lockdown at the Plymouth Canton Education Park yesterday. Lakeshore High School in St. Clair Shores was placed on lockdown after a bullet was found in a locker room. You can stay up to date on the developments on our homepage at clickondetroit.com. A growing number of threats are coming through social media, as we mentioned, and that is prompting police to call on parents to really monitor their children's activities. State police tell Local 4 parents should step up and take responsibility, learn the passwords for their children's accounts, go to the sites to see exactly what they're doing. Students also need to know that they can find themselves in trouble as adults.
As a 17-year-old, you're an adult in Michigan, you get convicted of a false report of terrorism, that's 20 years. You're in prison till you're 37.
Parents are being urged to not only monitor their children's activities, but also to set guidelines on what they can and cannot post and who they can friend. Concern over school safety, so not just on Metro Detroiters' minds, of course. In Cherry Hill, New Jersey, hundreds of students walked out of classes to protest the suspension of a teacher who raised questions about security at that school. The principal is threatening student suspensions, but he may have to face some angry parents who plan to stage their own protest tonight. The deadly school shooting in Parkland, Florida has the attention of Congress and the Trump administration. Proposals are now coming forward. Devin Skillian in the newsroom with the latest on those developments, plus new information from police investigating that shooting.
Really fascinating new information, Karen. CNN is reporting that the gunman, who was admitted to killing 17 people, had 180 rounds of ammunition left. Ammunition that was still remaining, which means that, of course, the shooting could have been even deadlier. Also, investigators reported the gunman had swastikas etched on his rifle magazines and at one point tried to shoot through windows, but his shots couldn't penetrate the hurricane-proof glass. Now, in Washington, lawmakers have started talking about what they can do in response to the tragedy, but before lawmakers started debating proposals, they paused to remember the victims in Florida. On Monday, a member of Florida's congressional delegation called for a moment of silence, which was announced as some survivors of the shooting watched from the House gallery.
I ask that our quiet contemplation stir courage within the members of this body, the courage to take action to ensure the freedom of our students, the freedom to learn without fear, and to take action to secure the freedom of all Americans to live in communities without gun violence.
Now, the Republican leadership in the House spoke out today saying they want to look closely at the current state of law enforcement and how to detect people who may pose a threat down the line. House Speaker Paul Ryan was joined by a congressman who was seriously wounded in a gunman's attack at that softball game in Washington.
In this particular case, there were a lot of breakdowns, from local law enforcement to the FBI getting tips that they didn't follow up on to school resource officers who are trained to protect kids in these schools and who didn't do that.
I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for law enforcement confronting the shooter in my case. And it's really disappointing that ultimately somebody didn't go into that school that was there and armed to protect those kids.
All right, a few other developments to mention. School officials in Parkland, Florida are asking the state legislature to demolish the school building where the shootings took place. Also, one Florida legislative committee did approve a plan to raise the age for buying a rifle in Florida from 18 to 21, but the legislature rejected a proposal to ban the sale of assault weapons in general. And several news agencies have filed suit to obtain the surveillance video recorded outside the school so that they can see how deputies responded to the shootings, much along the lines of what Congressman Scalise was just talking about. And while all these developments unfold, the students who survived that shooting in Parkland, Florida, preparing for what will no doubt be a very emotional day tomorrow, that's when they return to school. Karen, back to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Devin. And as Devin just covered with that recent shooting, the debate over guns has become more urgent. This afternoon, our Steve Garagiola visited the Double Action Shooting Center in Madison Heights to see one company's solution in this fight to protect children.
Duck and cover.
Half a century ago, school children were made aware of a foreboding yet vague threat. We didn't understand it, but thought we knew how to protect ourselves. In present-day America, the threat of violence is much more tangible. Billy Gibbons, a Marine Corps veteran, founded a company that makes body armor. Their newest product is a lightweight shield made to easily slide into any standard children's backpack.
We fought overseas to come home and for our kids to face the same weapons that they're facing in schools is crazy. All we can do now is protect them. So, got a little tiny backpack and my kids know what to do.
This is my new friend Bob. He's going to help us out here. We've got the backpack with the armored plate inside.
We're going to put it on Bob and put it to the test. Though I've taken a gun safety class in the past, a certified instructor gave me a refresher course today, and then we tested the backpack armor with 6 .45 caliber rounds. The plate stopped every shot from 6 feet away. It's a nightmare to think about your children needing to use this, but it is the world we live in.
What you do is you hide, and then you crouch down, and you hide behind your bookcase.
Depending upon the size and the thickness of the plates, they'll be in the price range of $150 to $175. Certainly not a perfect answer, but I guess it's a start. I'm Steve Garagiola, Local 4.
And still to come, free food, how you can score free pancakes before the day is over. We'll shift gears a little bit and go a little lighter for you. Also, ready to unclutter your life to see why having too many toys could actually be bad for your kids and their development.
Wedding Day coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
Free clothes, free shoes, free toys, and even free food. Now that we've got your attention, I'm Evrod Cassidy. Coming up, we'll tell you who's behind this generous donation, how you can get involved, and how you can take part in getting some of all this free stuff. And there's no catch.
All right, thanks, Evrod. Are you ready to unclutter your life all day long? We are helping you tackle some of your biggest clutter challenges, but it's not just about organizing. It's really about understanding why we have so much stuff in the first place, and if we truly need it all. And if you have young kids at home, one of those challenges is probably too many toys.
2-year-old Jack Morawski loves his toys. But when it comes to his development, new research suggests less is more.
Parents say, my kids have all these toys and yet they never play with them.
Researchers at the University of Toledo set out to find if the number of toys available to children had an impact on how they played. They studied toddlers in a room stocked with either 4 toys or 16 toys.
We videotaped all of the play sessions, so from there we were able to analyze them for incidences of play, duration of play, and then creativity of play.
The results? When given 4 toys, the kids played with each toy longer and more creatively.
In the 16 toy condition, we saw a lot of poking, lifting, carrying, looking, and then with the 4 toy condition, we saw much more pretending, imagining, role-playing, so more deeper level.
So what does that mean for the packed playrooms in so many homes? The researchers are not saying you need to get rid of most of your child's toys or even stop buying new ones. Instead, reconsider how you store them to maximize the benefits.
Any time that a kiddo's sitting down to play, it might be a better idea to present just a couple of toys. If a child lives in a situation where there's an overabundance of toys, and that happens, maybe putting some of them away for later.
Making room for real growth where it counts.
He's a cutie, isn't he? Consider this, American kids make up just 3% of the world's children, but own 40% of the world's toys. Of course, grown-ups have plenty of stuff as well. So, coming up at 5, what's your clutter doing to your kids? The hidden impact of living in a disorganized home. Then at 6, where to start? We're going inside a local home for a crash course in getting rid of clutter. And then at 11, it is the touchy topic of your parents' clutter. What to do when mom and dad have simply too much stuff. We're uncluttering your life all day long on Local 4 and clickondetroit.com. Ben.
Yeah, in the spring cleaning mood with these temperatures out here. 60 is where we sit right now, but it looks like we're going to fall just short of that record of 63. And as we said at the top of the show, this is going to be the warmest that we get this week. We're looking for those numbers to fall as we head towards the weekend. Pretty strong winds, gusts 24, 31 miles per hour right now. These winds will relax tonight. We're not going to have to deal with that tomorrow. But we're going to transition a bit tomorrow from that sunshine and the really warm temperatures today to slightly cooler numbers, more clouds, and eventually we're going to get wet. You can see some of those showers starting to build there across parts of Oklahoma and the southwest corner of Missouri. We'll be seeing some showers develop as we get into the morning hours, but with all that sun we've had today, Susie sent this in from Marine City. The pansies from last summer are already coming up, so she says it should tell you spring is on its way, and it is coming. We're going to shut the books here on February in just a couple days. But as far as the cold front from the north starting to move closer to us. That will eventually trigger a couple showers. It's possible we could see those before daybreak, but it looks like most of that activity is going to be from the morning commute on. It's going to be light. It's not going to last all day and shouldn't have an effect on area rivers. The bigger push of moisture is coming with this low as we get into Thursday. So we'll see showers develop again during the morning hours. This is going to be a little bit more intense, a little bit more widespread, lasting much of the day. And then as we get towards the evening hours, as the sun sets, look at that. Temperatures changing that rain to snow until the high finally shuts that off towards Friday morning. How much are we expecting? Well, it's not going to be a ton. And remember, this is the snowfall amount. This is not actually what's going to stick. So we'll probably see a couple tenths of an inch fall out of the clouds, but it's going to have to come down at a really fast clip to stack up on the surface. So I don't think that we're going to see much in the way of accumulation by the end of Thursday. 39 tonight for the overnight low, and again, clouds on the increase. Highs tomorrow still above average, but a little bit cooler than what we saw today. Metro will go 50 degrees in the city and officially at the airport at that number as well. South zone highs tomorrow, 50-degree numbers, a little bit milder down towards the state line where we see 52 there in Morenci and Blissfield. West zone high temperatures, 40s and right around 50 degrees in Ann Arbor, and on the cool side in our north zone tomorrow as we're expecting mid 40s to well, maybe upper 40s, closer to M59. Temperatures continue to fall as we head towards the weekend. 40 degrees there on Friday. We start making that trek back up ever so slightly over the weekend, but pretty gorgeous. We'll see a lot of sunshine, and again, temperatures above average for this time of year. Staying in the 40s next week in a mostly dry forecast once we get past this bout of rain and snow over the next 2 days. Karen?
All right, thank you, Ben. Still to come, from Hollywood to the Capitol. Actresses are speaking up, including actress Evan Rachel Wood, taking an important message to Washington. Up next, to look back on a dark day in American history. What began on this day 25 years ago? Wednesday marks a somber anniversary in American and Texas history. It's been 25 years since the FBI siege began on the Branch Davidian compound in Waco, Texas. In 1993, federal agents arrived at the Mount Carmel Center Ranch looking for weapons. A shootout ensued as agents tried to arrest leader David Koresh. 10 people died that first day. However, the standoff would last 50 days and ending like this. Fire engulfed the compound. 76 Branch Davidians died, including Koresh and 27 children. Hollywood actress Evan Rachel Wood is leading the push for sexual assault survivor protections nationwide.
And this bill is just one step in the right direction of setting the bar higher for what's right and what the standard will be that we set for society.
Today, Wood, along with representatives from the RISE organization, testified on Capitol Hill, urging lawmakers to pass a sexual assault survivors' Bill of Rights. Wood is a victim of sexual assault, and she's been very vocal in tackling the Me Too movement. Country music legend Dolly Parton was at the Library of Congress today to dedicate the 100 millionth book from her Imagination Library charity. The organization mails free books to kids from birth to kindergarten. Since it started back in 1995, the Imagination Library has grown from giving books to 2,000 children a month to 1.1 million children each and every month. Eating pancakes for a good cause. Lots of people are interested in that. It is National Pancake Day at IHOP. Today marks the 13th straight year that you can get a free short stack until 7 o'clock at your neighborhood IHOP. If you don't feel like making dinner, head on over. The dine-in only deal is limited to one person, and although the pancakes are free, IHOP hopes you will donate to one of its charity partners, which include the Children's Miracle Network, the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, and Shriners Hospitals for Children. IHOP has raised nearly $30 million since its first Pancake Day back in 2006. Still to come, a TV news anchor in San Diego forced to wing it live on the air.
This winter.
Finally, first at 4, some may think news is for the birds, some say, and that was literally the case live on one San Diego news show.
They're good for ridding your garden of bugs or flying onto my head.
How's that for an introduction?
Yes.
Right.
We'll be right back.
And I think the actors handled that pretty well. That unexpected guest's name is Sophie. She was actually on set for an upcoming zoo segment when she decided it was time for her to be on TV.
You know, I give that newscaster some credit. She did not flinch.
I would have
No one was
freaked
scratched.
out.
Yeah, I think I would freak too. Sophie, by the way, was okay too. Thanks for joining us for First and Four. We'll see you back here at 5.